Good morning, friends. It is a pleasure to be with you this morning. My name is Shanna, and I'm going to read you the story for today. The book I've chosen is called Love Does. It feels like it might be backwards. I hope it's not. I don't know how to do this technology stuff. You guys working on technology for school are probably way better at it than me. So, well done. But hopefully you can read it. Love Does. It's a book written by Bob Goff for kids. And it is a bunch of short stories in it, but I'm just going to read one. There's not a lot of pictures that go along with it, but today's story is called Words of Life. Words of Life. Let me read you this story that Bob wrote for us today. When I was in elementary school, I played on a Little League baseball team. That's the picture right here. I wasn't very good at sports, but that didn't stop me from playing. My teammates figured out early on that if I stood next to the plate and waited to get hit with the ball that was pitched, I would get an automatic walk to first base, and my team would probably get more points. One day, toward the end of the game, I had a choice to make. Should I take a ball to the shoulder like I always do, or should I try to actually swing the bat and hit the ball? At the last moment, I closed my eyes, swung, and miraculously heard a dull whap as my bat connected with the ball. It was a home run. I raced around the plates, sliding victoriously into home plate. Our team won the game. A week or so later, my mom came into my room and told me I had some mail in the mailbox. Mail for me? I opened the big envelope and found a card inside. Let's see, I think it was the first card I'd ever received in the mail, and it was shaped like an apple. Are all cards shaped like apples? I wondered. When I opened the card, I saw the words, "You are the apple of my eye," printed inside. And underneath was a handwritten note. Wow, what a hit, Bob. You're a real ball player. Love, Coach. I read the words again over and over. Me, a real ball player? Part of me couldn't believe it, but the words sank in because of who they were from. I trusted my coach, and if he thought I was a real ball player, then maybe I was. I just want to show you this page. There's just a bunch of words. That's what Bob said. He trusted his coach, and if he said he was a real ball player, then maybe he was. This was my first experience with just how powerful words can be. Remember, today's story is called Words of Life. After I grew up, I had a daughter named Lindsay, and she was scared of getting in trouble at school. Are you scared of getting in trouble at school? If students forgot their homework or forgot to get a paper signed, the teacher would send home a note to their parents. And the thought of having a note sent home grew into a huge fear in Lindsay's mind. Sweet Maria, that's what I call Lindsay's mom, and I had to sit down with Lindsay to talk about it. Honey, we said, in all seriousness, we need you to go get a note from your teacher. What Lindsay didn't realize is that making mistakes is okay sometimes. The day Lindsay finally got a note, she climbed into the car after school in tears. I got a note from my teacher, she cried. I forgot to get my test signed. Do you know what Sweet Maria and I did? We cheered. Yay! Instead of signing the note from the teacher like I was supposed to do, I wrote over the small wrinkled paper in huge letters, Lindsay is a great kid. You see, this is what God's grace is like. Grace is like writing, you are a great kid over your mistakes, all the mistakes in your life. That's what God's grace is, like writing, you are a great kid. You are a great kid. You, right there, in the camera. Because I'm Lindsay's dad. And I'm Shanna, your friend. But this is what Bob said. Because I'm Lindsay's dad, she trusted me when I said she was a great kid. The same way I trusted my coach when he said I was a real ball player. We can trust Jesus the same way. And he says, you're a great kid. It's okay to make mistakes. But over all those mistakes, I say, you're a great kid. Love Jesus. Did you know that one of Jesus' disciples made a really big, huge mistake one time? His name was Peter, and right before Peter was crucified, right before he went to the cross, and then rose on the third day, which is why we celebrate Easter, right? Right before Jesus was crucified, Peter got scared, and he started telling people he didn't even know Jesus. He had promised to be friends with Jesus, but at Jesus' hardest moment, Peter wasn't that great a friend after all. Do you know what Jesus did later? He forgave Peter and told him, Peter, you're a rock. When people look at you, they're going to think of me, and I'm going to use you to start my whole church. Peter, you're a rock, and on that rock is where I'm going to start my church. With you, Peter, the very one who denied me, who wasn't my friend. I forgive you. I forgive you. These are all such different words, and on their own, they might not have much meaning. But when spoken with love, at just the right moment, these words have the power to change everything, even to change your life. That's why it matters how we choose our words when we make words wise. We have the ability to be each other's mirrors, to reflect back to each other who we are becoming. The words we say to one another have tremendous power, so let's make them words of life. This little picture in this tiny corner, you are the apple of my eye. Lindsay, you are a great kid. Peter, you are a rock. Molly, you are a great kid. And Susie and Stevie and Sally and all those names out there, you are a great kid. The words we speak can bring life to other people. I know that you're probably in a household with your siblings, with your parents. You might see some friends some of the time. That's going to change soon. You'll get to see them and play. But while we're in close quarters, sometimes the words we say or the actions we have are not very kind or not very considerate or sweet or gentle. So I just wanted to remind you, Bob Goff wanted to remind you that Jesus thinks you are a great kid. You have kind words. You are special. And these words that you say and the words that you receive from others are full of life. So let me just remind you, and let me tell you some things that Shanna thinks about you. Oh, can you see that? You are a rock star. There it is, too bright. You're a rock star. Maybe not with a guitar and a microphone, but you rock. You can do it. You can do it. You are kind. You're kind. Use kind words. Speak kind words. You are special. I think you're special. And you are loved. You're loved. So on this Wednesday, have so much fun. Enjoy your family and know that you are a great, great kid. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning. Have a great day. I'm cheering you on.